Downwell is a platformer where you actively try to avoid platforms. It's usually $2, I think, and I bought it for 50 cents a long time ago, and I've been playing it for a very long time as well. I really enjoy this game, and I figured that before I release a really long video about Rain World next week, I'd put this out to pad the edges a little bit. If the fact that this game is published by Devolver Digital isn't enough to pique your interest, then perhaps the gun boot mechanic might. Okay, first things first, this game is a roguelike platformer, and it's pretty fucking sweet. And secondly, you have gun boots. Basically, every time you land or stomp on an enemy, you refill your ammo, and it's also, by the way, a mobile game, so if you want to try that out, then you can do it that way as well. It's super cheap either way, and enjoyable either way. Oops, sorry, looking at the price, it's actually $3 by default, but this Steam's weekly sale, it's on sale for $1.01 if you want to try it out. It's well worth it. It's definitely one of the games that I've had a lot of time playing. It's one of the games where you, much like Tormentor X Punisher, which I covered, it's one of the games where if you can't figure out something else to play, you'll be like, oh, I have this installed, and you pick it up and you play it for a little bit. It's an all-around good time. It's super fun. The mechanics are fun to play around with, and much like other roguelikes, it's got a shop. The shop you can buy items with the gems that you collect, and after every level you get a free upgrade. And some of these are ridiculously broken, like getting gems recharges your gun boots. Those are just it's so fucking ridiculous. You're so overpowered when you have that item. There isn't as many items as, say, Binding of Isaac or Flint Hook or other interesting roguelikes, but the base mechanics are so fleshed out, and there's so much that you can do with them that it honestly doesn't matter. The items feel more like minor perks that you pick up as opposed to like game-changing items. And also, it might help that you get different gun boot varieties, and those change the way that your gun boots fire. Some of the ones are more interesting, or like laser, which gives you only one or two little propulsion things, but it's incredibly powerful. It goes off screen pretty much indefinitely as far as it's loaded, and it stops you completely for a couple of seconds. Another one is like shotgun, which is another more powerful one, or you can have burst, which changes your playstyle quite a bit. And so there are those major game-changing things. There's much fewer of them, but it's really nice to have it. And I really think this game is worth $1 and a couple hours of your time. I can also make a very quick note about the soundtrack. This is one of a few game OSTs that I actually have on vinyl because I feel like they deserve my money and I want to support them a little bit further in a little way that I can. The other ones, just to give you an example of how much I love the music, are Transistor and Journey and Monument Valley. So please give this game a look. Thank you. Have a good night, y'all. Stay safe, stay sane. Love ya. Yeah. If you want to hear a few of my thoughts that I had after recording this script, and me realizing that the Rain World review is not going to be out in a week, then stick around after the gameplay plays at 4 minutes exactly, and I'll do a little talk then. Oh, and for all zero of you wondering why I decided to review this game and then Rain World, I wanted to do a little quick thing, just explaining why I think uploads are going to be scarce, and actually Rain World review probably will be much further than a week out. It's strange how shortly after playing a vibrant game like A Hat in Time, my personal life just kind of fell apart a little bit. Things got busier, there was drama with family, I lost more than one close friend, one to suicide, two by my own regretful actions. It left me feeling pretty alone, and I was scrolling through my wish list, and I saw Rain World, and I remembered when I saw it, I saw this lonely, adorable, slug cat, quote-unquote, protagonist, and I immediately dropped $20 to play this thing. Originally, I was going to review Kingsway or something else. I forget what I had said. But that's the squeaking of my dog toy, if you can't hear it in the background, or if you can. But anyway, things have been busy and kind of crazy for me, and I hope that you'll stick with me, all 0 of you again. But I hope that you'll stick with me as I sort all this shit out. So, thanks y'all. Seriously, have a good night.